Hey friends, this is Abby. Today I am going to speak to you about the foundation of the faith. Why did I choose the topic as foundation and why because of the faith? It's very important for us to know what is the real foundation of a faith. It is today about not our faith or your faith. It is about His faith. When I say His faith, the faith of the Son of God, the faith of Jesus Christ. Why I'm saying about the faith of the Son of God is very important for us to know. Because many times we have challenges about our faith, what is our faith. But I want to say that the New Testament always revolves about the faith of the Son of God. Why the faith of the Son of God? Because I want to say something very clearly. In the book of Galatians chapter 2 verse 20, Paul says very clearly, he says that I have been crucified with Christ. Yeah, Christ is crucified. He says even he is crucified with Christ. Wow, I like this line. He says he's been crucified with Christ. At the same time, he sees that it is no longer that I live. It is, he says, but Christ lives in me. Wow, I like this thing a lot. Paul says, I've been crucified with Christ. Second, he says it's not the one who's living, it's Christ living in me. Third, he says that life that he lives now. Now he's thinking about the life that he's living. He's living the life that he's living by the faith of the Son of God, who loved him and gave himself for him. Wow, I like this line a lot. So we need to know how can we walk in the faith of the Son of God. First of all, we need to know that we have been crucified with Christ. So it's that something called as identification. We need to identify us with Christ in everything. Not only in his crucifixion, but in his death, burial, resurrection, ascension, and everything of him. We need to identify ourselves. The more we identify ourselves, you know this thing of identification, you can start to know that it's now the entire this Christ is living in you. So you can see clearly, it's not longer I who lives, it's Christ who lives in me. Wow, I like this line. Imagine this body, this entire thing, my hands, my everything. It's Christ who lives in me. Now he can operate as he wants, as because we both have become one and we both are working together. Wow, I like this. It says, I'm identified. Now it says, Christ living in me. When you know that you're identified with Christ, and when you know that Christ lives in me, then you can boldly say that the life that I am living right now is by the faith of the Son of God. Wow, it is not about your faith, it's about His faith. When you know it is a faith, it is a 24/7 faith. Jesus, not even one point of the time Jesus was faithless. Always he was full of faith. So this is a 24/7 by faith. Not only it is unfalling faith. This faith is never going to vanish, never going to fall. It's always going to stand. It's all when it says something, it is going to happen. That is the kind of faith we have. This is the kind of faith that God has given us. Because we have become the sons of God. We have become one with the Christ. So when we have become one with Christ, now we know that Christ is who is a director of our life. He is living in us. Now we have made him the president of our life. We made everything. Now we know that the faith that will operate, it will operate by the faith of the Son of God. So whatever we operate, we are going to operate by the faith of the Son of God, and things will come to pass. You will see changes in your life. You will see everything, miracles, everything. You will just see the changes that God has wanted to do in your life. You see the goodness of God in your life. So one thing I want to say, always know this thing, the New Testament faith is the faith of the Son of God. Thank you.